Hi everyone, how are you today? Hope you guys all had a relaxing Thanksgiving weekend. I know that I held up a promise I made to my husband to completely disconnect for a couple days. So when I got in this morning to the office bright and early to sort through the emails that I'd compiled over the weekend, wasn't really surprised to see that almost every other email in my inbox was to someone selling me data, someone selling me insights. Are you guys seeing that too? Is that what your email looked like this morning? It's kind of fatiguing, right? Everybody's got data to offer. But there's a lot of power and value in that data, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. So you guys are all comfortable with looking at financial data, advising your clients on the different trends that exist, and ADP, we love data too. In fact, it's our middle name. So we recently, back in March, did a survey of accounting firms and your clients to understand what type of data and assistance they're looking for, and how do they perceive you as their trusted advisor. It wasn't a surprise to see that about 2/3 of your clients see you as a very valued advisor in their business ongoings. And almost 2/3, same number, thought that you would be instrumental in helping them develop an HR and talent strategy. The scary part is almost 60% of clients think they're underutilizing you from this capacity. So there's a huge opportunity for you to better assist your clients with things that they're looking for but maybe not sure how to ask for. Now I wondered why this was happening, so we started looking at the firms and the demographics within the firms. And so you can see we got everyone from Gen Zers up through boomers in the firm. There's a very different view on how they want to assist their clients. The boomers, they're much more traditional in how they want to help. They want to continue with that financial planning, that forecasting, that business development. But the younger generations come in and are looking to consult on areas that are much broader. They're looking to help clients with benefits, with their talent strategy, with things like technology and outsourcing. So there's a number of trends happening in the workforce right now. You've probably heard some of your clients complain about it. Some are challenged by it, and a few are actually capitalizing on it to make their businesses stronger and better. First is the on-demand labor, the rising of gig and freelancers in our marketplace. We've got remote work. I know I had the benefit of doing that on Wednesday, sit on my couch, send off some emails, just monitor the numbers of things were going in, take a few phone calls. And then 4 to 5 different generations within the workplace that clients are trying to figure out how do they engage, how do they communicate with, and how do they leverage that talent. Moving on, income inequality. This has become such a hot topic that the EEO started wrapping it into their reporting that was due each fall. Beyond that, the communication, the streams are constant, they're varied, they're coming from social media, from email, from text, from phone calls, all of this culminating in different modules of information going to you and to your clients. Increased social responsibility. If you want to get those new generations into the firm, then you got to have some sort of social cause that you're backing to help them feel connected with the workforce. Team-based work. We're all agile, we're working in different environments, we're collaborating with different departments. What used to be very siloed in professions is now crossing over, and people are having to work with different generations, different viewpoints, different philosophies than their own. And then finally, the different technology and platforms that we're using to assimilate our workforce and to dig into the data and the trends that exist within it. So right now, 25% of the workforce is over 55. And what we're seeing is in the accounting firm, it's an even larger percentage. 82% of CEOs are seeing that the availability of key skills is the biggest threat. You've all heard the war on talent. It's not really the war on talent, it's the war on skill talent. Right now in the manufacturing industry, to hire a senior level engineer takes upwards of 121 days. That's 4 months without a key player in an organization. Someone that's driving a project forward, that's allowing a company to take on a new project, bid out. Without that position filled, there's people doing multiple jobs that aren't being done to completion and possibly stemming a business's growth or plans for future development. And then finally, 80% of CEOs have changed their talent strategy to accommodate this changing workforce, to find those skills and talent that they need in the marketplace. So millennials, we've seen them, they're here. In fact, I'm tired of seeing millennials are coming. Let's face it, the oldest millennials are in their mid-30s. They are firmly in the workforce, and we have Gen Z coming in behind them. Right now, they're gravitating towards that freelance environment. By 2020, in just a month, almost half of the US population will be engaged in some sort of freelance labor. And then finally, trends are going to continue. Your clients, 85% of them, are looking at how they can incorporate freelance and gig labor in their future operations, how they can capitalize that, how they can fill those key positions that are requiring certain skills, certain nuances that they're not finding on the open labor market. So accounting firms, as we said, not different. In fact, the AICPA says that 75% of talent inside of accounting firms is going to be retiring in the next 15 years. And the scary part is BLS says that graduation rates aren't keeping up with the seats that are opening up. I know you guys are seeing this in your firm because when I'm in there talking to you, you're always asking, do we know of any senior level staff accountants, any partners that can come in that can help grow a firm? And then finally, these firms are having to look at new positions, new people strategy in order to fill those spots. We're used to thinking of the C-suite as the CEO, the CFO, maybe even the COO. Now corporations are putting in new roles in order to help develop this talent strategy. They're putting in chief people officers, chief HR administrators. They're putting in chief marketing, chief information. So they're having to evolve the positions at the highest level to create that focus in order to make that talent demand and that talent need become a reality for that organization. Firms themselves are seeing it. You guys have your full-time labor. You bring on some part-time and some temps to get you through tax season, maybe even leverage some of the alumni that had retired out from the firm. More and more, we're seeing firms leverage freelancers in order to help fulfill those skills and special projects that clients are looking to have done. And then they're wrapping it all in with artificial intelligence to supplement the people work that's being done on the base level. So fortunately, anytime that there's a change in workforce, there's also a change in compliance. So Uber, FedEx, they've both been nailed with hefty fines and penalties. Overtime issues are coming into play. There's the nuances between FLSA that just went through a huge revamp of that law. These are the areas that your clients, well, they want to harness the power of this freelance economy. This is what they're being challenged by, and this is where they run the risk of losing their business when it's not done appropriately. So data science. It's no shame that this is one of the most desired skills coming into an organization today. It's about uncovering the data, understanding where it's kept, pulling together in a way that brings together patterns, trends, opportunities for an organization. You have to do it in a way that's compliant. You have to do it in a way that's secure. And you have to have the knowledge base in order to understand where those trends are and to see the opportunity that's coming from it. With good opportunity can rein in costs, from looking at where overtime is being used or overused within an organization. We're able to create efficiencies by leveraging how project management is handled. From an opportunity standpoint, be the first at the plate with a new opportunity, a new entry point into the market in order to grow that organization. And then finally, increasing your competitive advantage, especially when it comes to things like talent acquisition. Understanding how organizations are leveraging their own internal workings from a benefits, from a compensation, from a work environment in order to gain that skilled talent is imperative for organizations when they're going to market in order to compete. Right now, if you think about it, unemployment rate is 3.6%. The economic headwinds are strong and the market's growing at a rate of over 100,000 jobs per month. But this is causing that same challenge for our clients that are looking for the skills that aren't available on the open market the way they were 5, 7, 9 years ago. When you put out a position, you got 500 resumes and 100 of them were qualified. You have the champagne problems of who's the most qualified person that I pick. Right now, you put out a resume and it's 121 days until you find that right engineer to get in the doors. Once you get them in the doors, you got to train them. You got to get them brought up to speed on the project. So it's another 1.5 to 2 months before they're really productive and functioning within that organization. And what happens if they don't stay? You put in 6 months of work into getting this employee into your organization, and then they pick up and leave. Studies show that employees are looking for jobs 90 days after they accept your offer and start with your firm. You want to do everything you can to protect that talent. So ADP, we wanted to throw out a little bone for you guys, help you start leveraging workforce data. We understand it's a new concept for accounting firms, that it's something that you guys are looking to make your stretch into. So if you're not already registered, pull out your phones and Google Accountant Connect by ADP. It's the one-stop shop for all of your client data. So at a minimum, it's going to help you through tax season. You can pull all of your clients' reports, all of their tax forms, but even more, you can dig into the analysis tools that we're providing, where you take a look at what tools your client's leveraging in order to impact their business. Are they leveraging a timekeeping system where they understand the trends in overtime, the absentee rate in the organization, where employees are plugging and playing in order to make things work a little bit more smoothly? You see those that are using HR services, that are creating an infrastructure that's right for bringing in talent, have a solid, effective onboarding process so that employee isn't shopping for that job for the next 90 days. We're providing you with insights around the industries that your clients are operating in. We know that you all service multiple industries, and it's tough to be in tune to what's going on, the changes that are happening within each of them. So we partnered up with IBIS in order to load most up-to-date industry-specific reports for you to access, on a dime for what are the benchmarks that you need to be measuring your clients against? What are the trends, the challenges, and the opportunities that this industry is facing? And how can you be a more consultative partner to them? And then finally, our annual compensation explorer. So when we talk about talent, we talk about benchmarking that opportunity. Compensation is still one of the biggest driving factors in getting employees in the door. And understanding what your client's competition is paying in order to get the best talent will help you create a stronger organization for them. So we give you the ability to drive into ADP's data, drill down by industry, drill down by geography, look at what that compensation, what those benefits packages look like, so you can help your clients create the best opportunity to recruit that talent from the field. So with that, we just want to help you work better. Thank you.